Okay, here we are on the Cain 2012 website, and we're taking a look at Herman Cain's 999 plan. It's a funny name for a economic plan. Not sure where he came up with this 999. 999 has some different connotations. Armageddon, or maybe 999 pizza. I don't know which one, but it's calling a 999 plan. But it's also rather confusing. It's a number of different plans, parts of it. Let's take a look for a minute. He talks about economic guiding principles. Production drives the economy, not spending. We can't spend our way to prosperity. I mean, we know these things. Risk taking drives growth, etc., etc., etc. It's basically correct, but let's get to the heart of the matter. He says, let's unite the flat taxers with the fair taxers. So I don't know what's a flat tax. Who are the flat taxes and who are the fair taxes? Excessive taxation is a big problem, and talking about flat tax, fair tax, they're all possibilities. But the thing is, what Herman Cain is actually talking about here is, he says, reduce individual and business income taxes to a maximum of 25%. Eliminate taxes on repatriated foreign profits and capital gains. And then in the next, I guess that's phase one, he wants to reduce. In phase one, he wants to reduce individual and business income taxes to a maximum of 25%. And eliminate tax on repatriated foreign profits and capital gains. So I guess domestic capital gains will still be subject to taxation, I believe. He says repatriated foreign profits and capital gains. That's not... Maybe he does want to totally eliminate taxes on capital gains. I'm not totally clear on that. But the main problem is that he, in phase one enhanced plan, he wants the broadest possible tax base with the lowest possible rate of 9%. So we're going to reduce, I guess, most taxes to 9%. So that's where he gets the 999. And the death tax, a business flat tax of 9%. I guess he's talking about corporate income taxes. He wants to have empowerment zones. So there are already some empowerment zones. Individual income tax of 9%. Plus he wants to add a national sales tax of 9%, which is really the biggest problem in his plan. Because we don't want to add on a sales tax, a national sales tax. We don't have a national sales tax right now, so we don't want a new tax. We're already taxed enough. Yes, he wants to reduce individual and corporate taxation to 9%, but then he wants to add on 9% national sales tax. It'd be a whole new system, and it'd be dangerous to do such a thing, because there's no guarantee that the individual income taxes are going to stay at 9%. So naturally, the tendency will be to increase the individual income taxes back up to where they were, plus we'd still have to pay the national sales tax of 9%. And then he doesn't make any mention of... Okay, he does say here, We all know that the Fed has tripled the money supply since 2008. They have been printing money out of thin air to finance the Obama spending machine. Of course, that didn't start under President Obama. The government and the Federal Reserve has been printing money for many years. It really started back during the Vietnam War to the largest extent, and it's just expanded under Johnson, tremendously under President Nixon. That was why President Nixon went off the gold standard. And each president has basically increased the money printing by the Fed. I mean, the president doesn't directly control it, but the Fed chairman basically follows the policy that the president really wants him to follow. And then he says, while true Fed reform that restores sound money may have to wait for my election, the best thing we can do now is to pursue policies that increase the demand for dollars to help mitigate the risks associated with the increase in the supply. I guess he means the supply of money. Pro-growth economic policies equal a strong growth policy. So, he doesn't say specifically what he would do about the Federal Reserve. I mean, he doesn't say, he doesn't mention cutting, what he would cut. It may be somewhere else on the website. But right now we're just talking about his 999 policy, which doesn't seem to really be a good idea. We don't need a new national sales tax. If you want to do away with the income tax, then a consumption tax could be a solution. But we don't want to add on a new set of a new tax that businesses nationwide have to collect. They already collect. Most states have a sales tax, so they already collect that. So you'd be burdening business with a new tax that they have to collect.